here at me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my doors. I want to talk about elevating your expectation tonight, but I want you to just look at the person next to you tonight and say, neighbor, be on the lookout for it. Yeah, that should have made somebody shout right there. Try somebody else, say, be on the lookout for it. I'm amazed that most people are consumed very deeply with others' expectations of them. Very rarely do they give any kind of conscious considerations to their own expectations for themselves. And most of us spend our lives consumed, inundated, enveloped with trying to live up, meet, or either surpass somebody else's expectations of us, as if we're oblivious to the fact that even though we have high, lofty expectations of God, God in turn has some very high, lofty expectations out of you and I. That every day you get up, God is very intense about you fulfilling the thing he's called you to do. And the reason God is this intense is because anybody who makes an investment in a company, a business, or a person, they are very much consumed with getting the return of the investment that they made. And every day you get up, you ought to get up knowing that you're not here empty. You didn't just show up on the planet empty, void of any skill, talent, creativity, brain power. God is so intense about you doing what he's called you to do because he knows what he has placed in you, and God has every right to expect a return out of your life. Lord, help me in this room tonight. There's somebody in this room tonight, you are withholding on heaven whenever you shrink into fear and you allow phobias in life to keep you from pursuing or pushing or being everything that God has called you to be. But you got to get up every day of your life with a heightened level of expectation that says no matter what it's looking like now, there is an expected end that God has placed for my life. Lean on somebody, say expected, expected. When we talk about expectation, we literally talk about a belief that something is going to happen or the likelihood is extremely high. That when we talk about an expectation means that something will happen. That it means that I get up every day anticipating with confidence the fulfilling of what's been spoken to me. Oh, God, I wish I could get more people to understand that because the truth of the matter is you don't have to walk around in fear of what others can take from you, rob you of, or take out of your life when you got to get up every day totally and completely convinced that the God who had begun a good work in you is going to perform it. Somebody say he's going to perform it. He is going to perform it. And so we got to get up with a heightened level of expectation every day, which means that no matter how good God is to me today, I got to wake up tomorrow and expect him to be better. Lord, I just need about 8 of y'all that's really got some expectations already for tomorrow, that you're saying, God, you blew my mind today. This was an extraordinary day. But tomorrow, because you're such a bad God, and there is no God like my God, today is going to pale in comparison to the hand of God being made evident in every area of my life. So I got to get up with anticipation, and I have to have a degree of confidence that God is going to fulfill what he said. Now check this out, because you cannot have expectation where there has not first been a promise. If I'm going to have an expectation, then the expectation is birthed or stimulated on the grounds of a promise. That the only way I can expect something is that I have to have a promise. For instance, if somebody said to me tonight, tomorrow I want you to meet me at 12, I'm going to have some money for you to pick Jacob. At the moment I hear the promise, now my expectation has been executed now. Before I heard the promise, I didn't expect anything from you. My mind wasn't even on it. I wasn't even thinking about it. It was the furthest thing from my mind. But when the promise is released, that moment begins to birth an unprecedented level of expectation in your life. And that is why even in Hebrews chapter 11, make note of that, Hebrews chapter 11, verse number 11, we see Sarah. The Bible says that through faith also, that Sarah herself received strength to conceive seed and was delivered of a child